Cave and Calcar Quarries, Dillon Scott Funeral Home, Hoosier Hills Credit Union, Hoosier Hardware, In Focus Eye Care, Jeremy Payton, Edward Jones, KFC of Paoli, Orange County REMC, and Orange County Fiber, Orange County CASA, Paoli Health and Living Community, Springs Valley Bank and Trust, Summer Seamless Guttering, Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, Springer Insurance, Team OC Youth Mentoring, Whitfield Investments, and the Orange County Community Foundation. Now, let's head to the action. This is Mix 95.3 WUME, your home for local sports.
The Paoli Lady Rams have waited through 2 games last night and 1 game tonight to finally see their first action in Class 2A Sectional 46 at Eastern, and they'll be matched up against the favorite in this year's sectional, that being the Providence Lady Pioneers. Good evening, everybody, from Eastern High School. Dave Dedrick along with Bert Pedigo. It's time now for Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3, streaming live on WUME953.com, and ask Alexa to play Mix 95.3 WUME. This is the final game of the first round in 2A Sectional 46. Things tipped off last night with Clarksville beating Mitchell 48-18, followed by Crawford County advancing with a 40-25 victory over Lanesville. And here tonight, a game just completed. It is Eastern moving on to the semifinal round as they have defeated Salem by a score of 53-32. Only one team left to move on to Friday night. That'll be the winner of tonight's game between Providence and Paoli. The Rams come in with a regular season record of 7-16. Providence number 12 in 2A with an 11-8 record. And we always say, Bert, don't let records be deceiving, and that's the case here for a very good Providence team.
Oh, definitely. And, it's all about who they schedule. They have had, if not the toughest, one of the toughest schedules for any 2A team in the state. They schedule difficult so that when it gets to this time of the year, they're ready to go. And they will be a handful tonight because they are an athletic bunch. They like to get up and down the court. They like to press defensively. They want to create turnovers and get easy shots. And Paoli's going to have their hands full tonight. They're going to have to play as well, if not better, than they have been lately.
Well, that's what happens when you get into postseason play. You've got to have that mentality. And remember that you're one and done. You got to win to survive and move on.
Yeah, that's all Paoli has to do. You play it one possession at a time. Don't let whatever happened the last possession affect what you're going to do on the next. You just got to make sure, play hard, play smart, and see if the results won't take care of themselves.
Well, the Rams and the Pioneers, well, there are no strangers here in postseason play, as they were in a sectional a couple of years ago together for several years. And, in fact, over the last 25 years, these two teams have met 8 times, all of them in postseason play. The Rams have the edge at 6-2. And Paoli won their last meeting back in 2018, 47-44, and they hope to continue those winning ways here tonight against Providence. Had a chance to talk with head coach Stacy Pendleton of Providence and Aaron Kia Paoli when we continue with the Team OC pregame show. Team OC expanding possibilities one child at a time. We'll talk with our two coaches. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Paoli Health and Living is a senior living community that's not like the others. It's rich in history, a community landmark, and a place to call home. Get the care you need and deserve with Paoli Health and Living rehabilitation programs. Be unstoppable and take the guesswork out of therapy with their unique and personalized programs. And for residents needing extra care, the long-term care program is equipped with an expert team of nurses and therapists, dietitians, and dedicated certified nursing assistants. Learn more about the services available to you at Paoli Health and Living. Call 812-723-2595.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jeremy Payton, your Bedford Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Edward Jones and Jeremy Payton is a proud sponsor of high school sports on WUME. For all of your investment needs, call Call Jeremy Payton or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
As we continue with the Team OC pregame show, head coach Stacy Pendleton of Providence joins us now. His team ready to take on the Rams in this sectional matchup. We'll talk about that ball game in just a few minutes. But, Coach, if you would, for our fans, tell us a bit about how Providence Lady Pioneer basketball has gone during the regular season.
You know, we played an extremely tough schedule this year. I mean, we ranked, I think, third in all of 2A and how tough our schedule was. So our record really doesn't show you, doesn't speak on how good of a team I think we can be. Tonight is the first time, unfortunately for Paoli, it's the first time in 2 years since I've been here that every rostered player is available to play. So we've been hit really hard with injuries and just a lot of different things, and it feels good to have everybody available tonight. We've, like I said, we've played several Louisville teams because I'm originate from Louisville. I retired from JCPS, coached over there for years. And so we played a few very tough Louisville teams, played a very tough Owensboro Catholic team. We have a lot of quickness and athleticism. I think we're probably one of the more quicker and athletic teams on all of 2A. We have a really good player in Jada Kemp. She's a very good offensive player. She can get her own shots. She can make threes. And then we've got Kaya Kaler, who's back from a knee injury, who can really shoot it. And then our anchor person is Camden Pierce, who's a major Division I soccer player, already signed with Coastal Carolina. And she does a great job for us. She's almost like our floor general on defense and offense. Then we got another senior, Livy Theobald, who's like our utility person. She can make shots, she can drive, she gets in there and rebounds, and then we got the Carrillo sisters, a point guard and a post. And Jamila's been a little bit under the weather, so she might play a little bit less tonight, but she's available. And Jimena's a freshman, and she's had a very good year. Because it's very difficult for freshmen to play and contribute, in a good way, especially when you have a pretty tough schedule for 2A.
Tell us a bit about your team, offensively, defensively. What do you try and do out on the court?
So we're kind of small, so we have to make sure we maintain pretty good ball pressure. We really focus on keying up the ball pressure and getting the steal off the ball, which our kids are pretty good at. When you got soccer players and athletes, it doesn't take a lot of coaching to get them to do those things. Offensively, we got some shooters. We actually have 3 or 4 kids that can shoot the three pretty well, but we can also break down people off the dribble really well. So we've got some offensive weapons. We've been a little bit inconsistent probably for 1 or 3 point shooting. So and that's given us some, made us have some tough games.
What about your matchup with Paoli tonight?
So I think I'm cautiously optimistic because I think our pressure hopefully will give them problems. If it doesn't, we're in trouble, because number 12, the sophomore, can really play. She's hard to guard. She's a really difficult matchup for us because she can, get around people. She can drive off the dribble. Number 2, the senior guard, can make shots, and open shots. And so our matchup's one where we really need to, give up the game plan, but I'm sure he's aware. We need to get out and pressure him and make sure and try to get points off turnovers.
Line up for your ball club tonight.
So we're going with Jimena Carrillo, number 4, point guard, freshman. And then we got Kaya Kaler, senior, Livy Theobald, senior, Camden Pierce, senior, and Jada Kemp, sophomore.
And then off your bench?
We'll have Riley Neal play a lot, freshman. We'll have Hayden Dugersing, and Jamila, obviously, will play a lot. She's been starting for us all year. Just has missed practice the last couple of days, been sick.
But other than that, you're healthy and ready to go.
Yes, sir. For the first time since I've been here in 2 years.
Well, that's got to be a good feeling.
It is. I'm glad I thought of that because I was just, it made me relax a little bit, because it's always stressful, whether you're the favorite or not. The postseason is always stressful.
Coach Pendleton, as always, thank you for the time and the talk. You and your ball club have a good game tonight.
All right, thank you.
Head Coach Stacy Pendleton of Providence. Stay tuned. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Looking to make a difference? Team OC's Youth Mentoring Program is here to help kids in Orange County reach their full potential. Our mission to expand child's possibilities through a community-wide mentoring program for kids 7 to 17. We provide support, guidance, and a caring adult to lean on. You can be a part of their journey. Become a mentor or make a donation. Join us at 262 West Court Street, Paoli, or visit teamocmentoring.org. Questions? Call Executive Director Priscilla Woodrum at 812-653-0288. Team OC, expanding possibilities one child at a time.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home, protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
As we roll on with the Team OC pregame show, head coach Aaron Key joins us now. Rams ready to open up their sectional play tonight here at Eastern, taking on Providence. Talk about that matchup in just a few minutes. And, Coach, we always talk about you want to be playing maybe your best basketball at this time of the year, and that's exactly what your team's doing.
Yeah, it has. You know, the last 3.5 weeks, we've kind of caught some stride here and, you know, just start having really good practices and you know, a lot of competitive practices, and that just kind of raised the level of all of our girls playing, and we were able to, you know, convert that into our games as well. So it was just nice to start playing our best basketball right here at the end, which is what you want to do. So able to squeeze another game in after that long layoff a little bit with the weather and everything. So it was really good to get a game in, you know, especially with an opponent that's very similar with Providence. So, you know, it's been a good week of practice again. This weather's thrown everything off, but I think the girls will be ready to go.
Aaron, what's been the difference in the last 2.5 or 3 weeks for this ball club?
Well, I think, like I said, the competitiveness, you know, they just start really challenging each other. And, you know, we've had a lot of young kids, and, you know, we've talked about you don't want to be around people that don't make you any better. And that's kind of what we had to get over, you know, to get each other better, we do have to make it hard on one another, and we do have to make practices hard and make it difficult. And, you know, you may not like each other by the time you get out of practice, and that's been the biggest thing that I feel like we've finally gotten over the hump of, you know, you shouldn't like each other and be best friends during practice, but then as soon as it's over with and when you know, step on the court as a team, now we're one unit. So I just think we've had some really good practices as far as that goes. Felt like our defense has amped up, been able to play with a little bit more pressure. And then offensively, I feel like our ball movement's been much better. You know, early in the season, it was kind of stagnant at times and seemed like the ball would die in some hands. And now it's moving pretty good, and we're able to step in and get some good inside-out threes and then attack as well. So, you know, just a lot of little things have finally started clicking here these last 3.5 weeks.
And, of course, everybody wants to be a creature of habit, Coach. Get in that schedule, stay in that schedule. But the only thing about this schedule is it has been off schedule.
It has, and you know, that's hard to adjust, you know, but you have to. And that's the biggest thing, you know, just being able to adjust on the fly, you know, not only with our practices, but, you know, with our game schedule. You know, you talk about one team and prepare for them for a couple of days, and now all of a sudden we're not going to play them. It's canceled. Now we've got to switch gears and talk about our plan for a new team. So, you know, I thought the girls have done a really good job trying to execute our game plans the last 3 weeks as well in those last 4 games, basically. And, you know, it's been good to see their focus has been better in practice, and then we've been able to put that on the court as well. So it's just been a much better effort, and things just start clicking, you know, and then sometimes it takes a little while to click. And, you know, you want to walk in your first practice and snap your fingers and clap your hands and you're ready to go, and that's just not the way it is, especially my first year and playing a lot of young kids. But, again, I feel like, you know, some of our older kids and the seniors, they've been doing a better job, just doing little things as talking, on defense in practice, and that's carried over into games.
All right, Coach, let's dive into tonight's game. What about your matchup with Providence?
Well, like I said, very fortunate to play Edgewood last week, just to kind of get us prepared for Providence. Very similar teams, apply a lot of pressure. Providence really applies a lot of pressure, and they'll pick you up full court and half court. And that's the biggest thing we've talked about is handling that pressure and limiting our turnovers. And, I told the girls, the turnovers have been something that we've kind of harped on all year, but we've got to stop giving away unforced turnovers, and we've got to control our live turnovers that lead to transition points. So if we can do that, especially, that's the main thing. And then offensively, they've got 3 girls in double figures, and then the other 2 are in 4 and 7, 8 points. So a pretty balanced team. Shoot a lot of shots, get up and down, but they really want to attack you, and they do have some girls that can spread you out and shoot the 3, but we're going to have to live with that tonight because we really want to take away their driving because that leads to even better kick-out 3s, and we've just got to contain, and that's what we've talked about all week, especially defensively, just keeping them out of the lanes and keeping them in front, not gambling as much, and playing a little, going back, and now, you've got to switch up the way you play, depending on who your opponent is, and we've kind of got after it the last 2 or 3 games, and now we're going to have to dial it back a little bit and play a little bit more of a conservative defense and really keep them in front and then be ready to finish with a rebound.
You man this team, zone them, or we see a lot of everything tonight?
I think we're going to have to mix in quite a bit. I think you'll see a lot of zone from us. We've done a pretty good job of talking, kind of trading those drivers off. But, no matter what, I want them to see 3 defenders every single time. And we've got to do a really good job of being in help and just making them see our jerseys and taking away those open lanes where they do settle for long 3s and pull up jump shots. So, that'll be the big thing. Offensively, limiting turnovers, moving the ball and avoiding their pressure, and then on defense, keeping them out of the lane and then finishing with a rebound because they do a really good job of crashing the boards both ends.
Line up your ball club tonight.
We'll go with Breeza at guard, Maddie at guard, Addie at guard, and then our forwards will be Kaylin and Tariana.
Then off your bench?
Off the bench, we'll have Jada, Gracie, and Sunday.
Everybody healthy, ready to go?
We're healthy and, had a pretty good week here, so we're ready to go, and we'll tip it up and see what happens.
Well, Coach, it's not just another game tonight, is it?
No, it's not, and, especially, even senior night, it kind of kicked in, and they're starting to realize it's dwindling, and, we told them in practice, it doesn't matter if you win or lose. Everybody's season is short. There's not a ton of games left, so I think they've been pretty focused, and I think our effort will be good tonight, and hopefully we can carry that same energy that we had Saturday into the sectional game tonight.
Coach Key, as always, thank you for the time and the talk. You and your ball club have a good game tonight.
Okay, thank you, Dave.
Head coach Aaron Key of Paoli. Stay tuned. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Hi, this is John Bender. Cooler weather, it's on its way. The Department of Energy says a properly insulated home can save you up to 20% off your heating and cooling expense. So make sure your home is properly insulated this fall. The Owens Corning ProCat Low-Fill Insulation System makes it quick and affordable to properly insulate your home. You can do it yourself, or we can recommend a contractor to help you. Learn how easy you can add insulation with the ProCat Insulation System by visiting us at Bender Lumber. Local people serving local needs for over 90 years.
Satisfy your cravings with KFC's world-famous fried chicken. What began from a humble service station in Corbin, Kentucky now includes over 24,000 KFC outlets in more than 145 countries and territories around the world. It's real meals made the hard way. Now you can enjoy their world-famous fried chicken in a variety of ways, from buckets to meal deals, sides, and desserts. Stop by the KFC at 925 North Gospel Street in Paoli. It's finger-licking good.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
wrap up the Team OC pregame show. Team OC expanding possibilities one child at a time. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups, brought to you by Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James. The Rams will be the visitors tonight on the scoreboard. Let's take a look at their starting lineup. At forward, number 12, Kaylin Hannon, 5'7", and a sophomore, averaging 11.6. The other forwards, 32, Tariana Burkhead, 5'6", and a senior, averaging 4.7. Three-guard lineup, number 2, Maddie Vernon, 5'4", and a senior, 7.8. Number 5, Addie Payton, 5'5", and a junior, 4.9. And number 10, Breeza Zappian, 5'4", and a freshman, averaging 3.7. Rams scored at 38.1, give up 42.7, at 36% from two-point range, 21% behind the arc, and 51% at the free throw line. For head coach Aaron Key, the Rams come in with a regular season record of 7-16. For the Providence Lady Pioneers, rated number 12 in Class 2A, they have one forward, number 3, Libby Theobald, 5'5", and a senior, averaging 7.7. Then a four-guard lineup. Wearing number 0 is Jay Kemp, 5'9", and a junior, averaging 20.2. Number 1 is Camden Pierce, 5'6", and a senior, averaging 10.1. Number 2 is Kaya Kaler, 5'8", and a senior, averaging 2.4. And rounding out the starting lineup, number 4, Jimena Carrillo, a 5'5" freshman, averaging 7.4. As a team, the Pioneers scored at 57.6. They give up 49.4. They hit 43% from two-point range, 26% behind the arc, 63% at the free throw line. For head coach Stacy Pendleton, Pioneers ended up regular season at 11-8. Our lineups have been brought to you by Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James. And to take us through tonight's sectional matchup, here's Bert Pedigo.
All right, ball in the air, tip controlled by Providence, and the Lady Pioneers get the first crack at the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. High arcing three put up by Kemp. It's off the mark, no good. Paoli's got the rebound and runs to the offensive end. Left side, Vernon has it. She'll bring it back out to the middle of the court. They're trying to trap. She dribbles away, gets it over to Zappian, pulls up 15 feet out. She's got her first two, and Paoli's on top 2-0. Played about 30 seconds. Providence to the offensive end. Kaler launches three, left side, no good. Long kick out, and the rebound controlled underneath by Tariana Burkhead. Paoli to the offensive end. Zappian in the corner. She gets it to Payton. Payton, her pass kicked about 10 rows up as Pierce got the foot on it.
Rams on the defense got to be ready because early on, Providence does not take a lot of passes. They get an open look, they're going to put that ball up. So Paoli cannot relax early on in the series of defenses in the half court.
Vernon lobs it into Hannon. Hannon back out front to Zappian. And Paoli sets against the 2-3. Get it in to Hannon. She's double-teamed, wrestles it back. Out to Vernon. Vernon right of the key. Get it into the high post to Hannon, and she is being grabbed and held. And that will be a foul on Carrillo.
2-3 defense put up by the Pioneers. And, of course, they're going to be very aggressive in it. They are not going to just lay back and let you shoot threes. They're going to come out on you, get up in your face, and, of course, trap wherever possible. First on Carrillo, team foul number 1.
Paoli with it inbounds, gets it left side to Payton, quickly around to the other side. Burkhead had the pass deflected. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Paoli.
We talk about how athletic Providence is. Right there is a good example on that back line. Theobald came darting out deep in that corner, just diving at the ball to deflect it out of bounds. Providence has switched up and gone more to a 3-2 zone this trip.
And a steal on the inbounds. Theobald comes up with it. 1-on-2. She's going anyway. Driving one-hander, no good. Got her own rebound and laid it up and in. She's got her first two of the night for Providence. We're tied at 2. 6.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Payton on the right wing. Her pass out front deflected out of bounds by Carrillo. And it'll stay with Paoli, but the quickness of Providence very evident early.
That it is. Rams got to adjust to that. They got to make really short, crisp passes. No lazy, long passes are going to work tonight against this Pioneer defense.
Bring it into Zappian. Zappian swings it right side to Payton. Back out front to Breeza. Left side, Vernon to Zappian as they work it quickly around the top. Over to Vernon. She was ready to shoot. Didn't come up with it cleanly. Get it into Hannon. Hannon shot in the lane. No good. But a whistle and a foul, and she she will go to the free throw line.
Good job of the Rams to get that ball down in the low post where Kaylin Hannon could do something with it. Unfortunately, couldn't get the three-point play opportunity. Foul on Theobald will be her first team foul, number 2.
Hannon at the line, free throw on the way, no good. Left it short, kicked out of there. 58% free throw shooter on the year. Hannon averaging a team best 11.6. See if she can get one of two here. Free throw by Hannon on the way is up and good. Did get one of two. Make it now a 3-2. Paoli lead. Providence possession of the basketball and headed the other way. Kemp across the timeline. Swinging left side to Pierce. Both of them averaging in double figures. Left side on the wing to Kaler. Kaler back out to Pierce. Over here to Kemp. Kemp puts it on the floor. Dribbles in. Kicks it to the far corner to Kaler. Back out front. Paoli set in their 3-2 zone defense. Kemp out front. High arcing three is no good off the mark. And the rebound, Zappian's got it for Paoli. Quickly into front court, over to Vernon. She will try a three that's just off the mark, no good. But the long kick out, Zappian gets another possession for Paoli. Pass it to the right corner. Payton will try a three from there. It's no good. Vernon runs down the rebound for Paoli, and they'll get another third shot on this possession. In the lane, Hannon. Dumped it down to Burkett. Went off her fingertips and was taken away. She was open at the time. 2 turnovers against Paoli. Quickly the other way. Carrillo drives in, lost it on the way up, and they say the reason she lost it was she was fouled, and she will get a chance at the free throw line.
That foul will go on Kaylin Hickman. That will be her first team foul, number 1. And will put Carrillo, the freshman, at the free throw line, be the first free throws of the night for the Pioneers.
Let's see. Jimena Carrillo, 5'5", a freshman. Shoots it at 60% on the year. The first one is up and good, and now multiple substitutions as Jamela Carrillo will check in. Not sure how much we'll see of her tonight. She was out sick a couple of days this week. Second free throw by Jimena is up and good. She's got her first two. It's a 4-3 Providence lead. Paoli faces full court pressure again. Hannon in backcourt to Vernon. Finally across the timeline, they get it to Zappian. Zappian lobs down to Berger. Her shot up, no good, but she is fouled and will get a chance at the free throw line. Looks like Jamela Carrillo will pick it up.
Good attack that time by the freshman Breeza Zappian, not hesitant at all, taking it to the rim. Carrillo, as you mentioned, just got in. Did Jamela? That'll be her first team foul, number 3. Put Gracie at the free throw line.
Berger's free throw up and good. That's a good sign. She's got her first point of the night. Just a 37% free throw shooter on the year. Ties it at 4. She can give Paoli the lead again if she's good here. Free throw no good, but a lane violation as Providence was in the lane too quick. And you could have taken your pick of numbers because at least 3 of them were in the lane too early.
Now Gracie has to make them pay for that little error.
Next free throw on the way is no good, but Smith the rebound for Paoli. She gets tied up by Theobald. Both of them go to the floor, and it'll stay with Paoli on the alternating possession.
Oh, good to see Jada get her nose in there, but that's the way she plays. She's all out. It was right after that loose basketball. Peyton will come in, and Zappian will get her first break here at the 4:52 mark, tied at 4 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard.
Vernon to inbound for Paoli. Has it, slaps it, lobs it in to the three-point line to Peyton. Peyton's pass deflected, nearly taken away, but Hannon recovers. She drives baseline, tried to get it down low to Berger. Ball intercepted, taken away. Running the other way, Kemp right to the bucket. Shot no good. Rebound taken down by Berger of Paoli. Now Paoli to the offensive end. Hannon back out front to Peyton. Now to Vernon, to Peyton. They work around the top of the key. Try to get it down low to Hannon. Hands in the lanes again. Another turnover against Paoli. Quickly the other way. They get it to Pierce. Pierce out front to Carrillo. Carrillo in the corner. Theobald down low to Jamila. Out to Jimena. Her three is no good. Long kick out. Paoli's got it. Lady Rams with the score tied at 4. Work to the offensive end. And Pierce in the passing lanes takes it away. She drives under. Missed the layup, though. Rebound. Paoli's got it. Hustling back. Hannon. She'll bring it across the timeline and threw it behind Smith. It goes out of bounds, and that's 5 early turnovers against Paoli, and Providence has them sped up.
That's what I was thinking. Exactly. We've talked about it so many times. The Rams try and do that for teams time to time, but here tonight, Providence has got the Rams playing out in front of themselves. They just kind of take a deep breath, roll it back just a bit, and they'll be fine.
Left side, Pierce with it. Jimena out front to Theobald, back to Jimena. To Theobald. Theobald drives baseline, got to within 5 feet. Shot no good. Ball kicks loose, and Hannon runs down the rebound for Paoli. Leave it off for Vernon. Vernon will bring it across the timeline. Angles to the right. Her pass deflected, and Jimena picks it up. She'll bring it into front court for Providence. Goes to the bucket, scoops it up, and in. Turnover to an easy 2. She's got 4. It's a 6-4 ball game in favor of Providence. And Coach Aaron Key wants time. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Springer Insurance is proud to support our Paoli Rams as they work toward a successful season. The hard work that goes into training and preparation is something we truly value. Mark, Daniel, Thomas, and Greg will work with our team at Indiana Farmers Insurance to find the best coverage for your home, auto, farm, or business. Visit us at Springer Insurance in Orleans or call 812-865-3133. We love taking care of customers as much as we love our Rams. Go Rams.
Rams hanging in here early in this game. Again, that's what they wanted to do. Did not need Providence jumping out to a big lead. 3:10 to go, trailing at 6-4 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Both teams struggling shooting the basketball here in this first quarter play. Rams, they've only had 3 attempts and made 1 of those from the field, while for Providence, they've already had 10 attempts and have made 2.
Another turnover. They took it away from Zappian. Carrillo did. Get it in the corner to Kaler. Kaler back out to Carrillo, and they'll set from there. Pierce to Carrillo. She's on the right wing, brings it out to the top. Passes to Theobald, over to Kaler as they work around the outside of the zone defense. Kaler thought about the 3, didn't pull the trigger. Instead, passes back out front. Now Pierce has it. Over to Theobald, right in front of us. Back out front, Carrillo. Her pass deflected, but Paoli can't track it down. Pierce does. Fire it over to Kaler. Kaler back out front. Paoli strong defensively this possession. They get it to Pierce. Pierce, wild shot on the way is no good. Rebound, contested. It's going out of bounds as Neal, who was in there for Providence, she had a hand on it, and Paoli knocked it away from her.
Rams has done a good job in this 2-3 zone. They're just making Providence just pass it around the perimeter, not being able to get it into that free throw line area where they can attack the rim. So we'll see if the Rams can continue to almost make it a pack line zone defense here, as Providence has it on the baseline.
All right, Kemp sits in at the break. She will trigger it inbounds, does so to Theobald. Theobald backs her way in. Shot off the bottom of the board, no good. Kemp the follow. It's off the rim, no good. Neal another follow. And finally, third time the lucky charm. That's her first 2. 8-4 the score. Providence on top. Paoli possession of the basketball. 2:03 to go in the first quarter. Out front, Vernon with it. Pass it over to Zappian. Zappian back to Vernon to Smith as they work it around the outside. Vernon, top of the key. Looks for the lob. Got it down to Hannon. She goes in and lays it up and in. He's got 3. It's an 8-6 ball game as Paoli moved that defense and got an open shot that time. Providence to the offensive end, leading by 2. Minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Out front, Kaler with it. Kaler puts down a couple of bounces, tightens up just a bit. She'll pass it over to Kemp. Kemp, right side of Theobald. Paoli in that 3-2 zone defense. Providence really hasn't gotten anything inside of that zone just yet. Leave it off for Kaler out front. Right side, Kemp, a high arcing 3 that's good. That one, it nearly hit the rafters. She's got her first point. 11-6 the score. Providence up by 5. Hannon in backcourt, gets it over to Zappian to Hannon. Hannon now across the timeline. Hannon to the three-point line, gets it down to Vernon. Vernon bumped from behind, and the foul called. I think Kemp was the one behind her.
It will be on 0, Jada Kemp. That'll be her first, team foul number 4. Rams that time were able to get the ball down behind the back line of that defense. Once again, Providence very aggressive. If the Rams can use that overplay to their advantage, they can get some things around the rim.
Vernon has it underneath, right into Burkhead. Shot off the glass, no good, too strong. Pierce the rebound for Providence. She'll bring it forward herself to the three-point line, leaves it up for Kemp. You got to come out and get her. It's 3 feet beyond the line. Now get it over to the right side to Theobald. Out to Pierce. Pierce, nice ball fake, gets into the lane, has used up her dribble. Out to Kemp at the line. Kemp down the lane, out of control, flips it up, no good. Rebound, Pierce, another try is no good. Ball ping-pongs around, it's still loose at the three-point line. It comes free to Kemp. Her three is no good. Pierce battling Hannon for the rebound, and Hannon comes up with it for Paoli. Paoli dodged a couple of bullets there. Into front court, Zappian with it. Zappian, dangerous spot, but gets rid of it to Vernon. Now to Hannon. Hannon, is it deflected off of her? No, it's off of Providence. It'll stay with Paoli.
Now, the Rams, you mentioned, they got themselves in trouble from the get-go on this offensive possession, taking the ball down the right sideline and then just stopping once they got over that 10-second line. They had two players, the Rams did. That allowed the defense really to converge and collapse and make passing very difficult for any angle.
Vernon, a long three, right side. She banks it in. Just as the quarter is coming to an end, and that'll send Paoli to the break with some momentum. 11-9 your score. Paoli trails Providence. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
If you're retired or even thinking about retiring, you want someone to work as hard for your money as you have. Raymond James Financial Advisors Jamie Sullivan and Jenny Baker specialize in doing what's right for you in your retirement years and in educating you about your investments. If you'd like a fresh, objective, and thoughtful second opinion, contact Jenny or Jamie at 812-849-2670, located in Mitchell. Raymond James & Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange SIPC. Life well planned.
One quarter in the books, closely played first quarter that finds Paoli trailing Providence 11-9. That on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Paoli too many turnovers in that first quarter. They had 7. Providence had just 1.
And fortunately for the Rams, Providence not hitting shots. 3 out of 12 from two-point range for 25%. 1 out of 6 behind the arc for 16%. Paoli 2 out of 3 inside the arc, 67%, and 1 out of 3 from three-point land, and 2 out of 4 at the free throw line.
Providence begins second quarter action with possession of the basketball. Kemp has it. She's on the right wing, fires it over to Pierce on the left side. Pierce back out front to Kaler. They're going to leave her alone and let her shoot if she wants to. Kaler at the top of the key, leaves it off for Pierce. Both of the Carrillos are in there. Jimena has it now. Goes over to Kaler. She's going to fire 3 right side. It's no good. Hannon clears the boards for Paoli. Hannon waits, now passes ahead to Zappian. Zappian still in backcourt, now across the timeline as she's being hounded closely. Spins away from a double team and passes to Hannon. Back to Zappian. To Addie Payton on the right side. Over to Vernon. Vernon to Payton. Payton looking down low, gets it to Hannon. Hannon back out to Payton as Paoli patiently works it around the outside. Now Payton, left side 3, no good, an air ball. It's going out of bounds.
Got a good clean look did Addie, but just off the mark that time. But again, the Rams, they slowed it down a bit in that possession, but they're still going a little bit too fast for what they need to do. But again, give all that credit to Providence with their speed and quickness out on the court. They have got the Rams in that type of game so far, so we'll see if the Rams can roll it back just a bit and get more in rhythm.
6:35 to go in the first half. Paoli down by 2. Possession of the basketball with Providence. Carrillo over to Pierce. She'll fire up a odd-looking 3. It's no good. Kemp, the rebound in the lane. Shot no good. Rebound finally controlled by Hannon of Paoli. Pass it over to Vernon. Now Providence, they're in a 1-3-1 half-court trap, full-court trap off of a miss. Into front court, ball gets loose. Saved inbounds by Theobald. She gets it over to Pierce. Pierce collides with Hannon, and the foul will be called.
That's going to be a tough one because that's now 2 on Hannon, and that'll be team foul number 1 in this quarter. Rams have only committed 2 team fouls in this entire game, and Kaylin Hannon has both of them. As we get some substitution, no timeout going to be taken by Providence. 6:09 to go, first half of play. Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Providence on top, 11-9. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Looking for top-notch fuel that keeps your engine running smoothly? Pull into Riley Oil, your trusted supplier of marathon fuels. With convenient locations in Paoli, Orleans, and Hardinsburg, we've got you covered. Enjoy the ease of paying at the pump 24/7 or swing by Paoli where we'll pump the gas for you. Grab a snack and drink and be on your way with Riley Oil, fueling your journey every mile of the way.
Nearly 2 minutes of this second quarter. Neither team has scored on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Rams have had 1 3-point attempt. Providence 0 for 3 from the field so far in this period number 2.
All right, Providence, they get it in the lane to Kemp, and there's Asbell. Pesky as usual, ties her up, and the jump ball will favor Paoli.
Good heads-up play by Sunday that time because Kemp just brought that ball down, and she was able to quickly get both hands on it. Got all basketball and avoided committing a foul.
Providence, 1-3-1, three-quarter court. They're going to look to trap when they can. Paoli still in backcourt with it. Payton fumbled it. It got free. Pierce comes up with it for Providence. She will go under and lay it up and in. She's got her first 2, 13-9 the score now in favor of Providence. 5:40 and counting in the first half. Zappian in backcourt with it. Lobs it across the timeline. It's deflected, but Payton there to recover for Paoli. Payton to the middle of the court. Leaves it off for Zappian. She motions. Now Paoli can set. Long 3 by Vernon. Up no good. Rebound. Carrillo has it for Providence. You'll bring it into front court. Leaves it off underneath for Kemp, who has 5 as that one went through. 15-9 the score. Paoli down 6 now with the ball, and they don't have it now. Another deflection and a take it away. Taylor goes in, missed the shot, but Pierce comes down with the rebound. Now it's loose on the floor, and coming out of there with that Asbell, and as she stood up with it, a timeout to be taken by Paoli to save that possession. Paoli trailing Providence 15-9. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Invest where it matters most, in the people and the potential of Orange County. Over the last decade, through the power of giving, the Orange County Community Foundation has helped thousands achieve their dreams, distributing numerous dollars in scholarships and grants from endowed funds. And we're just getting started. Scholarship applications will open soon, giving Orange County students the chance to unlock new opportunities, realize their full potential, and leave their mark on the world. Plus, be on the lookout for details on our unrestricted grants program, empowering local nonprofits to continue their philanthropic work and address the most pressing needs in our community. In 2024 alone, this grant cycle poured over $85,000 into our community, supporting many programs. Looking to make a lasting difference? Start a fund with us today and create a legacy that grows year after year. Call us at 812-723-4150 because your generosity shapes tomorrow. Together, we're building a better community. One scholarship, one grant, one legacy at a time.
Back to play. Paoli turns it over. Kemp launches 3. It's no good. Paoli comes out with the rebound and runs the other way. Get it to Zappian, driving baseline, right side, flips it up. No, would not fall. And the rebound controlled by Providence. Quickly into Kemp. Kemp fires it down low to Pierce. In the lane, tried to get it to Carrillo. It's taken away. Another turnover against Providence. That's their 4th. Paoli to the offensive end. Zappian driving in, puts a shot up on the run, no good. And Providence has the rebound and runs the other way. Lob it to Pierce. Nice touch pass back out to Theobald for 3. It's no good. Fight for the rebound, and a rebound foul going to be called on Pierce of Providence.
Camden Pierce, that'll be her first, team foul number 1. Providence realizing not a lot of shots going in, so they are really starting to crash the boards to get some second and third opportunities. When you can't make a shot, best is just get as many up there as you can. Hopefully the odds will even out where a few of them will go in, as checking in will be Hayden Dugarsing for the first time tonight.
All right, Paoli, possession of it into front court. Smith pounded, gets rid of it, and it's taken away. Carrillo with it. She will drive under, lays it up, no good. Rebound for Kemp, who went over the back of Hannon. No call there. She puts it up and in. She's got 7, and it's now an 8-point Providence lead at 17-9. 3:44 and counting in the first half. Into front court. Zappian will try a 2. It's no good. Rebound underneath. Kemp has it. Providence runs the other way. Kemp across the timeline. Scoops it over to the far corner. Dugarsing drives in. Flips it up. No good. Rebound. Providence has it. Quickly out to Kemp. 3. Top of the key. No good. Theobald. Her shot in the read underneath on the follow is no good. And Paoli finally clears the board. Vernon with it in backcourt, gets it to Hannon, to Vernon across the timeline. Lob it ahead to Smith. Smith drives in, ball knocked away, and another takeaway, and this time a double dribble as the two teams will exchange turnovers, and Paoli will get it right back.
Rams yet to score here in this second quarter at the 3:05 mark. Once again, though, just playing a little bit too fast, but that's easy to fall in that trap with the speed and quickness and the pressure that Providence is applying, not only in the half court, but in the full court as well.
17-9 the score, and another deflection as, you get the ball inbounds. Burkhead got it, was going to just pitch it right back to Vernon, and Providence was there that quick.
You just can't replicate that in practice with this speed and quickness, and Rams got to adjust, and so far through a quarter and a half, they're still trying to adjust.
Vernon in front court with it, gets it out front to Zappi and over to Vernon. She'll try a 3. That's good. They only needed that in the worst way. She's got 6, 17-12 the score, and in front court a deflection as Zappian got a hand on it to knock it out of bounds.
Rams got a star on this defensive end now, just limiting Providence, who is having problems getting the ball to go in the hoop just to that one shot.
Kemp, left corner, long 3 is no good. Barely drew iron. Vernon with the rebound. She runs the other way for Paoli. Has used up the dribble. Gets it to Hannon. Hannon drives in. Shot up, no good, but she is fouled and will go to the free throw line.
Nice job by Kayla to attack the rim, even though she did not have an advantage. That foul will go on Jamila Carrillo. That'll be her second. Team foul number 2. That'll put Hannon back at the line. Hannon 1 out of 2 at the free throw line so far tonight, and 3 points in this game.
All right, need to get everybody in the right positions. They're saying that Kemp over here talking to the bench needs to come out. She does. Hannon's free throw up and good. Took the victory lap and stayed. Make it now a 17-13 ball game in favor of Providence. Hannon with 4 on the night. 2:35 to go in the first half. Paoli kind of hanging around right now. Second free throw by Hannon is up and good. She got them both. And a substitution as the other Carrillo will check in for Providence. All right, Providence to the offensive end. Kemp across the timeline, leaves it off for Jimena Carrillo. She's the only one of the Carrillos in there right now. Gets it to Kaler. Kaler to Carrillo, right side to Pierce. Pierce looks for Kemp, got it to her on the baseline. They swing it back out front quickly. Carrillo drives in, kicks it off to Kemp. Kemp skips it over to Kaler on the far side. Kaler backs it out with the dribble. Now she's got it to Carrillo, driving in, leaning in. Shot off the glass is good. Nice move. She's got 6. It's a 19-14 score in favor of Providence. 1:55 to go in the first half of play. To the left corner. Paoli gets it to Burkhead. Burkhead drives in, leaves it off for Berger, who's underneath and lays it up and in. Berger's got 3. 19-16 the score. A 3-point advantage for Providence. Minute 35 to go in the first half. Carrillo across the timeline. Gets it over to Pierce. Pierce says take it over to Kaler over there. Now back out to Carrillo. Carrillo to Kemp. Kemp drives in, double team, kicks it back out front. Pierce with it, over to Kemp. A high arcing 3, spins out on her, and the rebound taken down underneath by Burkhead, and she is fouled.
Going to put it on Theobald. That'll be Libby's second foul. Team's foul number 3 in this half for the Providence Pioneers. But as badly as the Rams have struggled, they're still in this ball game. A 3-pointer here would tie it up.
19-16 the score. Minute 15 to go in the first half of play. Vernon Back to Hannon, into Burkhead. Burkhead to Zappian. Zappian right side. She pulls up. Her two, no good. Berger the rebound, and as she came down with it, Kaler reaches in to tie her up, and the jump ball this time favors Providence.
Bree's a little upset. She just wasn't quite set when she put that jumper up. She rushed herself that time, fearing that the defense was going to be coming flying in very quickly. She had a wide-open look, and Rams miss a golden opportunity on that possession.
Right side, Carrillo with it. Puts down a one-bounce dribble out to Kaler. Kaler to Pierce to Carrillo. They look inside now as Kaler is posting up. Get it to Kemp. Kemp drives in, pitches back out. Carrillo's three is good. Jimenez, she's got 9, and it's 22-16. Providence up by 6. 35 seconds now. Carrillo a steal and a layup. She's got 2 more, 11 for her total. It's 24-16, and a quick 5-point burst has given Providence an 8-point lead. In backcourt, Zappian with it. Zappian jump pass ahead to Burkhead. Burkhead into front court. Fires it over to Vernon. Vernon, one-bounce dribble. Her shot blocked out front. Rebound taken down underneath by Neal. Neal to Kaler. Kaler across the timeline. And see if Providence, they should hold for one. Just 5 seconds left. Get it to Kemp. She looks at the clock. Volleyball spike line. 3 is good. And that's the way the first half will come to an end. She's got 7. Providence has an 11-point lead. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Every day, children in our community enter the court systems because of abuse or neglect, and they need someone to speak up for them. That's where CASA comes in. Our volunteers stand beside them, making sure their voices are heard and their best interests come first. It's incredibly important work, and we need more people willing to make a difference. I'm Chrissy Evans, Orange County CASA Director. If you've ever wondered how you could help a child in a meaningful way, I'd love to talk with you. Call 812-723-2411.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home? Protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Well, we are at the half. The Whitfield Investments halftime report gets underway as we look back at first half action, and perhaps the biggest stretch of that first half was the last 40 seconds of the half. Paoli was only down by 3 at that point, but then Providence runs off 8 straight points in the final 40 seconds of the half to take a 27-16 lead into the locker room. Looking back at first half action, we did have 3 ties and 1 lead change, those all early. We were tied at 2 as Paoli, they actually got off to the good start with the first 2 of the night. Providence would tie it at 2. Paoli would forge ahead on 1 of 2 free throws by Kaylin Hannon for a 3-2 advantage before Providence would come back and tie it at 3. Providence got a couple of free throws there, got ahead 4-3 before Paoli got 1 of 2 free throws from Gracie Berger to tie it at 4. Providence, they ran off 4 straight points in the next minute or so, got up to an 8-4 advantage before Paoli on a Hannon bucket got back within 8-6. Providence, their leading scorer is Jada Kemp. That's when she got started with 1:07 to go in that first quarter, nailed her first 3 of the night, gave Providence an 11-8 advantage. Paoli would get a free throw to close, or that was an 11-6 advantage. And then with just a second left in that first quarter of play, Maddie Vernon steps up, knocks down a 3, got Paoli back within 2 at 11-9. Providence came out hot to start the second quarter, scored the first 6 of the quarter, got up to a 17-9 advantage. Paoli didn't get their first points of the quarter until the 2:50 mark, and it was on a Vernon 3 that got Paoli back within a 17-12 margin. That would be the beginning of a 5-0 run for Paoli. Got them back within 17-14. Providence would put up a 2 to get up 19-14 before Berger got a bucket to get Paoli within 19-16. And then that final 40 seconds of the half where Providence goes on an 8-0 run to bump their lead up to 27-16 here at the half. Rebounding battle, that's about even. A lot of rebounds in that first half. 18 for Paoli, 19 for Providence. Too many turnovers for Paoli in the first half. They turned it over 13 times. Providence turned it over just 5. 27-16, that's your halftime score. Providence on top of Paoli. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll be taking a look at some of the individual and team totals from first half action. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than InFocus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At InFocus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. InFocus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus.
Looking for a bank that actually puts you first? Then it's time to meet Springs Valley Bank and Trust Company, where banking feels a little more human. Whether you're saving for a rainy day, chasing your first home, or planning that someday retirement dream, we've got your back every step of the way. Enjoy personal service, local decisions, and real people who care about your goals. Stop by your local Springs Valley Banking Center or visit us online at svbt.bank to get you started. Loyal to you, your family, and your future. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Rams trailing here at the half in sectional play, 27-16. As we continue with the Whitfield Investments halftime report from Eastern High School. Paoli in that first quarter didn't get a lot of shots, but they made their fair share. Went 2 out of 3 from two-point range in the first quarter, just 1 out of 4, though, in the second quarter. For the half, the Rams are 3 out of 7 for 43% inside the arc. Three-point shooting, Paoli 1 out of 3 in the first 8 minutes, hit 1 out of 4 in the second. 2 out of 7 here at the half for 29%. Rams knocked down 2 out of 4 free throws in the first quarter, 2 out of 2 in the second. For the half, 4 out of 6 for 67%. Providence getting up a lot of shots, but not connecting on many of them. They opened up just 3 out of 12 from two-point range for 25%. Came back, though, and got things going their direction in that second quarter, 5 out of 10 for 50%. They were 8 out of 22 from two-point range in that first half, 36%. Behind the arc, the Pioneers 1 out of 6 in the first quarter, 2 out of 9 in the second, making them 3 out of 15 here in this first half of play for 20%. Providence, they only been to the free throw line twice. That was back in the first quarter of play, and they made both of those. We're at the half, and the Rams trail at 27-16. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Looking for a reliable landline phone service you can trust? With Orange County Fiber, you'll get crystal clear phone service that's perfect for staying connected. Home or business, we've got plans that fit. Bundle with fiber service or home security monitoring and save every month. Count on the local service you already know and trust with Orange County Fiber. Visit us at www.myremc.coop or call 812-865-2229. Simple, dependable service made just for you.
When you suffer the loss of a loved one, you can count on the Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli. They have a 55-year history of serving the needs of families in Orange and surrounding counties. They provide only the best professional services in the most compassionate manner to care for you during this difficult time. You can always count on the Dillman Scott Funeral Home, as generations of families have done for many years. Call 812-723-2276 today. We're here when you need us the most. Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli.
As we continue with the Whitfield Investments halftime report, let's take a look at individual scoring for Paoli, led by Maddie Vernon, the senior, 2 3-pointers for 6. Kaylin Hannon has 5 on the night, 2 for Breeza Zappian and 2 for Gracie Berger. Addie Payton, Tariana Burkhead, Jada Smith, Sunday Asbell saw action but did not score. For Providence, they are led by Jimena Carrillo, the freshman, 11 points, 7 of them coming in the last 40 seconds of that first half of play as she put on a little bit of a show there and was able to get a couple of 2s and a 3 to go in. She has 11 to lead all scorers, but Jada Kemp right there behind her with 10 points, 7 of hers coming in that second quarter as well. Then 2 apiece for Cam Pierce as well as Libby Theobald and Riley Neal with 2. Seeing action here was Kaya Kyler. She did not score. Jamila Carrillo also did not score. And also the same for Hayden Dugarsing. It was 11-9 in favor of Providence at the end of one, 27-16 here at the half. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than InFocus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At InFocus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. InFocus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus.
In need of a financial checkup? Consider Whitfield Investments for comprehensive investment advice and wealth management services. As a passionate Paoli native, Wes Whitfield places the needs of his clients first as he works to grow a stronger, financially savvy community of investors, families, and individuals. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how Wes can help you stay on track with your goals, both now and in the future.
We wrap up the Whitfield Investments halftime report. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how Wes can keep you on track with your goals now and in the future. As far as fouls, the Rams just whistled for 2 in the first half, both of those on Kaylin Hannon. For Providence, Theobald and Jamila Carrillo each have 2. No other player with more than 1. Rams got to cut down on the gap of field goal attempts. Paoli just 14 in the first half compared to 37 for the Providence Pioneers. And Rams see if they can get things started on the right foot here in this second half. They need to stop this run that Providence closed out that second quarter with.
All right, Zappian across the timeline, and they took it away from her. Double-teamed her, took it away. Pierce goes under and lays it up and in. She's got 4, and a quick start for Providence. Now they're up 13, 29-16. Hannon in backcourt with it, gets it to Burkhead across the line to Zappian. Zappian drives in, couldn't shake free, now passes off to Burkhead. Burkhead lost it on the way to the bucket. Pierce comes up with it. She'll drive all the way. Left-handed layup is up and good. And a quick burst again. She's got 6, and now it's a 15-point Providence lead at 31-16. They have scored 12 straight. In the front court, Vernon with it for Paoli. Gets it to Zappian. Zappian brings it back to the midcourt stripe. Over to Vernon. Down low, they get it to Burkhead. Burkhead's pass intended for Hannon, taken away as Theobald was there, and that's 3 quick turnovers to start the half against Paoli. Providence to the offensive end. Theobald drives in. One-hander on the run is no good. Rebound taken down by Vernon. Vernon has used up her dribble, needs some help. Gets it to Zappian. Zappian, and the timeout going to be taken by Paoli as they were in danger of a 10-second count. Providence has bumped it out to 15. They lead 31-16. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Paoli Health and Living is a senior living community that's not like the others. It's rich in history, a community landmark, and a place to call home. Get the care you need and deserve with Paoli Health and Living rehabilitation programs. Be unstoppable and take the guesswork out of therapy with their unique and personalized programs. And for residents needing extra care, the long-term care program is equipped with an expert team of nurses and therapists, dietitians, and dedicated certified nursing assistants. Learn more about the services available to you at Paoli Health and Living. Call 812-723-2595.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
At the start to this third quarter, the Rams wanted to see 3 possessions, 3 turnovers already, and Providence has taken advantage of 2 of those 3 turnovers to boost the lead out to 31-16.
It's almost like Paoli's playing against 7. You know how you have those drills in practice where a team's going to press and coach puts 2 extra players out there. That's what it looks like right now for Paoli.
Foul goes on Jimena Carrillo. That'll be your second.
All right, 31-16 the score. 6:37 to go in the third quarter. Paoli, even on the inbounds from the side in the backcourt, it's tough to do. Vernon lobs it across to Hannon. Hannon to Peyton. Peyton on the far sideline. She's double-teamed, pass deflected, and it's getting loose, going out of bounds. And last touch by Paoli, and that's 17 turnovers for the game, 4 in the first minute and a half of the second half.
Providence does a really good job of going to what we call the next pass. They get somebody in trouble. They know where that next pass is going to be, and that's where they slide in that third defender.
Out front, Kemp with it. Gets it over to Carrillo. Carrillo back to Kemp. Paoli in a 3-2. Left side, Kaler launches 3. It's too hard, no good. Ball out of bounds. Last touch by Theobald of Providence.
Rams just got to get something generated here on this offensive end. They just got to take their time, just one possession at a time. I know that's easier said than done, as this full-court pressure is giving them all kinds of problems.
Ball got loose, but Paoli recovers. Smith in front court with it. She's in a double team. Ball deflected, taken away. Pierce with it. She will drive under and lay it up and in. She's got 8, and it's 33-16. Providence with a 17-point lead, 5:48 to go in the third. Ball in backcourt. Hannon had it knocked away. 10 count on. Ball deflected. It's loose at midcourt. Kemp comes up with it. Another turnover. She will drive under. Reverses. And it was no good. But a whistle and a foul. And Hannon, she's been the foul magnet for Paoli tonight.
That'll be the third on Kaylin. Team foul number 1 in this quarter. Well, the Rams' biggest issue right now is just getting the ball across midcourt. They're having a really tough time of getting that job accomplished. At the line will be Jay Kemp. That's her 11th point, her first free throw of the ball game.
Kemp came in averaging 20 points per game, shooting 70% from the line. She got the first. 34-16 the score. Next one on the way. That one straight through. Nice-looking shot. 35-16. Paoli facing the full-court pressure. Kemp has 12. And Paoli still with it in backcourt. Ahead to Berger. Berger pass deflected. Hannon recovers. Her pass picked off. Pierce again. Pierce will drive under, and as she went to the bucket, was bumped and fouled, and Vernon should be the one to pick this one up.
And for Maddie, that'll just be her first personal foul, team foul number 2, but on back-to-back possessions, the Rams have been whistled for personal fouls.
Yep. All right. Kemp will inbound, lobs it to Carrillo at the three-point line. She's just going to go right to the bucket, laid it up, no good. Rebound, Berger has it for Paoli. Pass ahead to Hannon. Hannon double-teamed right at the midcourt stripe, and as she tried to split the double-team, she was bumped and fouled. Looks like maybe Carrillo will pick this one up.
And Jimena, a little foul trouble. That'll be her third, team's foul number 2. But once again, Rams picked up that ball in a bad spot. Just a couple of dribbles across the 10-second line and right on the sideline. They really just got to be more court aware. I know it's tough when all these defenders are flying at you, but Bailey just got to get that in the back of their mind where they are at on the court.
Vernon forced to throw it in, gets it right back. 3 on the way is good. They've run that play a couple of times. It's worked. She's got 9. 35-19 the score now. Paoli down 16. 4:59 to go in the quarter. Down low, they get it to Carrillo. That's Jamila, rather. She gets her first 2 of the night. 37-19 the score. Hannon into front court. Her pass off the fingertips of Vernon. Taken away. They get it quickly into Kemp, who will lay it up and in. And Coach Aaron Keith says, I have seen enough. He will take time. You're listening to Lady Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jeremy Payton, your Bedford Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Edward Jones and Jeremy Payton is a proud sponsor of high school sports on WUME. For all of your investment needs, call Jeremy Payton or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Cave Quarries Incorporated and Calcar Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot and mix asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their 2 locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Calcar Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Calcar Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed.
141 mark of quarter number 2 to this point in quarter number 3, 20-3 run for Providence.
Nearly a steal in backcourt. Hannon's got it. Her pass deflected. She goes back and gets it. 10 count still on. She gets it ahead to Smith. Smith will have to throw it across the timeline to Vernon. She'll launch a long 2 that's no good. And the rebound brought down by Providence. Quickly the other way into Kemp. She'll launch 3 left side, no good. Pierce went and got the rebound. She's got it in the lane. Fires it back out, and the pass deflected. Paoli came up with the basketball, and as they did, Kaler was reaching in and fouled.
And for Kaya Kaler, that'll be her first team foul number 3. Give the Rams the basketball on one of the few turnovers they have forced here tonight against this Providence team.
Yeah, just turnover number 6 against Providence. Paoli's got 21. All right. Get it into Vernon. Vernon lobs it ahead to Smith. Smith up the sideline. Doesn't have numbers. Brings it back out front. Hannon at the volleyball spike line. Puts down the dribble. Gets it over to Vernon. Vernon thought about 3. Instead goes back out front to Breeza Zappian. Zappian angles left. Now comes back right as Pierce is all over her defensively. Out front. They get it to Zappian, back to Vernon. Providence, 1-3-1 half-court trap. Down to Smith, baseline jumper, blocked, but a foul, and she will get a chance at the free throw line.
Got her across the face.
Yeah.
A lot of basketball there was, true, but they also got her across the face. That'll be on Jamila Carrillo. That'll be her third as she joins her sister with 3 personal fouls.
Gonna foul the Carrillos out tonight. Smith. Free throw on the way is no good, off to the right. Score remains 39-19, 3:40 to go in the third quarter of play. Substitution, Riley Neal will see more action for Providence. Smith, meanwhile, waited at the free throw line. Now she's ready, and an air ball. Missed the first one off to the right. Second one was way off to the left.
Just kind of night it's been for the Rams ever since about the midway point of quarter number 2.
Well, Paoli was just down 19-16. It's now 39-19. Quickly into front court. Neal leaves it off over here for Kaler. Kaler backs it out with the dribble. Providence, they can be as patient as they want, leading it by 20. Pierce out front to Theobald. Theobald to Kaler to Pierce. Back to Theobald. Now to Kaler. Kaler tightens up. Can't get through, backs it out, and now passes out to Theobald to Pierce. Pierce took her eye off it for a second, but pops back to get that loose basketball, and now she will back it out with the dribble. Pierce to the three-point line. Over to Kaler. Kaler back to Pierce, top of the key. Now over to Kemp. She'll try a long 3. That's good. Just a nice-looking shot. High arcing, maybe too much.
17.
And she is a handful. 42-19 the score. 2:45 to go in the third quarter. Hannon across the timeline. Gets it to Zappian, over to Vernon. She'll try a 3 of her own. It's no good. Ball loose. Going out of bounds. And it'll go over to Providence. Smith ran out of room as she got to it right on the sideline.
Talked about at the end of half how the Rams needed to close the gap on the number of field goal attempts. That one by Maddie was only the 3rd field goal attempt of this quarter by the Rams, and Maddie has taken all 3 of them.
All right. Providence inbounds. Zappian applies a little pressure to Kemp. No problem there. Get it over to Kaler. Kaler back out to Theobald. Theobald jump stop out to Kemp. 3 spins out on her. No good. Rebound. Hannon comes down with it for Paoli. Hannon in backcourt. Gets it to Zappian across the timeline. Zappian angles over to the left side. She's going to force up a shot. No good. Smith, the follow is good. Jada Smith with her first 2. Quick the other way, driving in and laying it up and in is Camden Pierce. And a quick timeout to be taken by Providence as they have gotten out to a 44-21 lead over Paoli. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Hi, this is John Bender. Cooler weather, it's on its way. The Department of Energy says a properly insulated home can save you up to 20% off your heating and cooling expense. So make sure your home is properly insulated this fall. The Owens Corning ProCat low-fill insulation system makes it quick and affordable to properly insulate your home. You can do it yourself, or we can recommend a contractor to help you. Learn how easy you can add insulation with the ProCat insulation system by visiting us at Bender Lumber. Local people serving local needs for over 90 years.
For Providence, it's been the Cam Pierce quarter. She is a perfect 4 out of 4 from the field in this third quarter. She has 10 points on the night as she's stepping up to become the third player for Providence to be in double figures.
All right, Providence still with the full court pressure. Hannon out of bounds, brings it into Smith and gets it right back. Hannon trying to work forward, but they're doing a run and jump. Kaler nearly knocked it away from her, and Hannon had to throw it off of her out of bounds to save that possession.
Now, they had Kaylin right there on the baseline. She had nowhere to go in that double team, and fortunately was able to throw it off the body of Kaler out of bounds.
Get it in to Zappian. Zappian runs to the near side, reverses, spins, now gets into front court, and that was not easy. Right side, three on the way is no good, put up by Burkhead. And a rebound foul going to be called, and this one will go against Paoli.
Foul will be on Jada Smith, number 11. That'll be her first team foul, number 3 in this quarter for the Rams. As checking in will be Bailey Snyder, number 22 for the first time tonight for Providence. As Coach Pendleton starts to get a little bit deeper in his bench, realizing that his team ready to move on to that semifinal round game against Eastern on Friday.
Minute and a half to go in the third. Driving in, Kemp left it off for Neal. Neal, I don't know if that was a shot attempt or if they got to it before she brought it up.
I think the Rams were able to get
it was
before
knocked
it
out of bounds.
Out of her hands.
And they come right underneath the Schneider. Her shot blocked out of there, but the rebound, Kaler has it for Providence. That'll be their first offensive rebound of the second half. Right side, Kemp with it, back out to Pierce, swing it to Kaler. Kaler is left of the key, backs it out, now passes over to Kemp. Kemp, with a minute 10 to go in the third quarter, fires it over to Pierce on the right sideline. Pierce down low, she found Kaler. She's going up with the shot. It's no good, but she's fouled and will go to the line.
Great diagonal pass to Kaler, who really busted down that baseline to get open underneath. Foul will be on Gracie Berger, 24. That'll be her first team foul, number 4. However, Kaler is fouled in the act of shooting. She is looking for her first points of this ball game.
Averages just over 2 per ball game. First free throw is up and good. Got her as a 33% free throw shooter on the year. 44-21 the score. Providence on top. Kaler at the line. Free throw. It takes a high bounce and nearly dropped back in. It's no good, but Kemp runs down the rebound. Her pass hit the side of the backboard. Neal recovers, passes out to Pierce for 3. It's no good, and it went over the backboard and out of bounds. That'll give it over to Paoli. Make that 45-21. They were a little slow putting the score up that last time. So it's a 24-point Providence lead. 52 seconds to go in the third quarter.
That was the first miss out of the last 5 makes for Cam Pierce.
All right, Providence this time called off the full court pressure. Paoli with it in front court. They haven't called off the half court pressure. Paoli, a deflection, a takeaway. Pierce ahead of the pack, running it, and as she got there, was bumped and fouled by Burkhead, and looks like she's going to get 2 foul shots.
Terriana, a great job of not giving up on that play, going down the floor very quickly. Pierce will be at the line. This will be her first opportunities at the free throw stripe here tonight.
All right, Pierce, let's see, got her at 55% on the year, averaging just over 10 points per ball game. Free throw number 1 is no good, a high archer that hit the back of the rim. That looks like something I'd try. She said, "Ref, I missed it because it slipped out of my hand. Dry off the ball."
Too much perspiration on there. Wasn't my fault I missed it. It was the ball's fault.
She better make this one. because they cleaned it off. Free throw on the way, and it's good. It worked. 46-21 the score. Paoli down 25 with the basketball as the clock ticks under. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Hannon to Zappian, over to Smith. She's on the left sideline. Down to 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Out front, Smith with it, gets it to Asbell. Asbell over to Hannon, 13 seconds to go. She's going to drive in, leans in, shot off the glass, no good. But a whistle and a foul, and she will go to the free throw line.
Going to put this on number 20, Riley Neal. That'll be her first, team foul number 5. Kaylin, I believe, was fouled in the act of shooting anyway. She's got 5 points on the night. 3 of them have come at the free throw line.
Hannon ready for the first. It's on the way, and no good. Front rim, back rim, and then off to the left. Score remains at 46-21. 10 seconds, all that's remaining in this quarter. Hannon ready at the line again. Free throw up and good. Got 1 of 2. She's got 6, and it's a 46-22 score. Kemp, she's going to drive the other way. Got to the bucket, put it up, no good. Neal, a follow, no good. Got her own rebound. Ball loose on the floor, and that's the way the quarter will come to an end with Paoli trailing 46-22. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Satisfy your cravings with KFC's world-famous fried chicken. What began from a humble service station in Corbin, Kentucky now includes over 24,000 KFC outlets in more than 145 countries and territories around the world. It's real meals made the hard way. Now you can enjoy their world-famous fried chicken in a variety of ways, from buckets to meal deals, sides, and desserts. Stop by the KFC at 925 North Gospel Street in Paoli. It's finger-licking good.
When you become a member at Hoosier Hills Credit Union, you're not just banking locally, you're investing in your community. We provide checking and savings accounts, loans for cars and homes, and smart financial advice. But beyond our walls, Hoosier Hills donates money and service hours to strengthen our communities by supporting youth programming, animal welfare, homeless shelters, local events, and more. Join Hoosier Hills and partner with a financial team that's as invested in your community as you are. Hoosier Hills Credit Union. Belong to something more. Visit HoosierHills.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Quarters in the books. So far, it has been a long night for the Lady Rams of Paoli. They were right there with them up until about the final minute of the first quarter, and a big burst by Providence gapped it out, and they continued with that in the second half in the third quarter. Now a 46-22 score. Providence, they've got the lead and possession of the basketball. Paoli going to do some run and jump in the half court. Get it over to Kemp. Kemp splits the double team, got to the bucket, scooped it up and in. Kemp, just a nice move. She's got 2 more. Was that 19? Yeah. And it's a 48-22 Providence lead. They have called off the full court pressure. Zappian across the timeline and a bump out front. And Jimena Carrillo is going to pick up another one.
Well, either one that goes on the Carrillos, it's going to be number 4.
And they are both out there. Jimena picks that one up. Number 4 has 4. Paoli inbounds into the backcourt to Zappian. Over to Vernon. Vernon puts down a couple of bounces, gets to the top of the key, angles right, and the ball deflected. It's taken away. Another turnover against Paoli. Carrillo runs under. Shot no good. Fighting for her own rebound, and they're going to say Pierce was on the inline when she touched it, and that will give it over to Paoli. All right, Paoli, length of the court to go, trailing at 48-22. Got 7:15 showing on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Paoli, get it into Vernon. She'll walk it across the timeline. Vernon angles right, still with the dribble. Passes to Smith in the corner, back out front, and it's deflected, nearly stolen, as Vernon knocked it off of Pierce, and it went out of bounds.
Rams 1 out of 3 from 2-point range in the third, 1 out of 3 behind the arc, and 1 out of 4 at the free throw line. So only 6 points scored in that third period for Paoli.
Out front, Zappian with it. Over to Payton. Payton on the far sideline. To Smith at the high post. Tried to force it down low. Too many bodies in between. A turnover and a takeaway. Into front court. Carrillo launches 3. It's no good. Rebound. Pierce follows. No good. Rebound. Pierce comes up with it again. Her pass deflected by Smith. Smith into front court. Had it knocked away by Pierce from behind. She's on the sideline, and it'll stay with Paoli.
This Providence team only knows one gear, and that's high speed from inline to inline, whether it be in the half court or the full court. They are constant motion as we see Hayden Dugarsing back in for the second time tonight.
All right, Paoli will just throw it into backcourt. See if they can get something positive out of it. Trailing 48-22. Payton on the far sideline to Berger in the corner. Berger trying to clear some room for herself. Went to the floor. Her pass taken away. That's 25 turnovers against Paoli. Quickly the other way. Dugarsing leaves it off for Theobald. Theobald weaving her way to the bucket and laying it up and in. She's got 4. Nobody able to get in front of her. And it's 50-22. Providence, the big lead. Still 5:59 to go in the ball game. Into front court, Zappian with it. Zappian over to Vernon. Vernon back to Zappian. Zappian at the three-point line to Vernon. She'll try a three. It's off the mark, no good. And the rebound taken down by Providence underneath. They will outlet as Kemp was ahead of the pack. She couldn't run it down in time, though, and it goes out of bounds. That'll be turnover number 7 against Providence.
One of the few miscues in transition as Kemp will come out. Probably her night is done, going to the bench with 19 points in this ball game.
All right, Paoli, the length of the court to go. Looks like Providence. They're going to stick with that half-court zone defense. Looks like it'll be a 1-3-1. Vernon across the timeline. Passes to Asbell. High post pass. They go to Burkhead. Now to Hannon. Right corner 3. Good. Got her free in the corner. She's got 9. 50-25 the score. Paoli down. Providence to the offensive end. Pass it left side. Kaler will try a 3 that's no good. Rebound underneath. Taken down by Carello. Over to Carsing. And as she got to the lane, she was tied up. But they're going to say that Asbell had as much arm as ball, and the foul is called. Or no, it goes the other way.
They're going to reverse it. They're going to put it on Hayden Dugarsing, and for her, that'll be her first team foul number 2. I was like you, I was waiting, okay, which of the Ram players is going to get this one? And it ended up going against Providence.
All right, they had arms interlocked. It was Providence's fault that it was that way. All right, Paoli to the offensive end, trailing 50-25. Oh, the pass behind Asbell going out of bounds. And that'll be a turnover against Paoli, and that's number 26 on the night.
Rams have been zigging and zagging the wrong way all night long here as we see checking in Riley Neal again. She has seen action off and on. I believe she's just a young freshman, isn't she?
Yeah, 5'9", a freshman. They've actually got a lot of freshmen listed on the sectional roster. Into front court, Theobald with it. Over to Kaler. Kaler in the lane, puts it up and in. Gets her first 2 of the night. Make it a 52-25 lead for Providence. 4.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Left side, Vernon will try a 3 that's good. Maddie Vernon's knocked down a few tonight. She's got 12. It's 52-28. Paoli tries some pressure of their own. Theobald, no problem with it. Over to Kaler. 3 left side, no good. Long kick out of there. She goes and gets her own rebound from the corner out to the top of the key. Providence, another rebound and another chance at it. Kaler with it. She's dribbling away some time out front. Angles over to the right side. Now she's used up the dribble and is knocked to the floor. And the foul called. See who they're going to put this one on. Hannon was in the neighborhood, and she's been the magnet tonight, but she's not getting that one.
Frieza will pick up her first. That'll be team foul number 1, common foul. Pioneers will get it across the way. A big thank you we want to say out to our tournament director, Sean Smith, here at Easton. Did a great job of taking care of us tonight. Appreciate everything. And, of course, a great hospitality room. Who does he turn to when he needs great food? We'll turn to Dad. And, of course, Ron Smith. Everybody knows his catering capabilities. And he put on quite a spread here tonight. We appreciate that.
Dugarsing passes back to the Theobald. Theobald drives in, kicks on the baseline. Neal, her 15-footer is no good. Asbell, the rebound for Paoli. Sunday puts down a couple of bounces, brings it back to Hannon. Hannon across the midcourt stripe passes to Vernon. Vernon in the corner to Smith. Back out to Vernon. Vernon is bumped and fouled. This one will go against Carsing.
And that'll be the second on Hayden, team foul number 3.
3:25 to go in the ball game. Paoli got possession of it. Get it to the right corner to Burkhead. Her pass deflected out of bounds by Carrillo.
come in, and her teammates, they just do not give up, even though going deep into the bench. As we see Bailey Schneider checking back in, she saw some action in that third quarter of play for Coach Pendleton and the Providence Pioneers.
Bailey gets it into Hannon. Hannon looking down low, forced the pass, and I think it was Schneider down there that came up with it, but she was on the inline. It'll stay with Paoli.
Rams trying to get that ball in to Tariana Burkhead, the senior, to get her some points here in what will appear to be her final game as a Paoli Ram.
All right, the other senior for Paoli, Maddie Vernon, she will step out of bounds to do the honors. To the right of the bucket, fires it in. Peyton open, three, left side, no good. Rebound, underneath, Neal has it. She puts it on the floor herself. She's going to bring it forward. Got to the lane, passes back out, and Vernon's there to take it away. 9 turnovers against Providence. Vernon across the timeline, passes to Smith in the corner, and a push is going to be called as Kaler couldn't get there in time to intercept and gives up the foul.
The second on Kaya. That'll be team foul number 4. So the next one will put the Rams at the free throw line. But we are under 3 minutes to go here in this ball game.
McKenna Pendleton will see her first action of the night as Kaler will check out. Get it into Vernon. Vernon right in front of the Paoli bench. Gives it to the middle of the court. Had it knocked away and taken away. Dugarsing will drive under it. Vernon blocked her shot. It goes out of bounds. And last touch by Providence.
Providence had it 2-on-1, but Maddie made a real nice defensive play there against Dugarsing to block that away. One of the few blocks that she has had this season. Official needs a towel to wipe things off, and he's able to get that from one of the managers down at the end of the bench here tonight. And Maddie Vernon says, okay, we appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, she said it was too slick for me to hold on to. All right, 52-28 to score. Paoli down 24, but with the basketball. They get it in the far corner to Burkhead. Burkhead's pass back out front, intercepted. In the lane is Carrillo. Carrillo drives in and lays it up and in. Another Paoli turnover and another 2 for Carrillo. She's got 13. 54-28 the score. 2:20 to go in the ball game as Paoli still trailing. Out front, and the pass taken away. Carrillo there again. She will drive under, missed it, but she got her own rebound and put it back up and in. Turnover to the easy 2 eventually, and Coach Aaron Key, he's going to take another timeout as Paoli trails it now 56-28. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Springer Insurance is proud to support our Paoli Rams as they work toward a successful season. The hard work that goes into training and preparation is something we truly value. Mark, Daniel, Thomas, and Greg will work with our team at Indiana Farmers Insurance to find the best coverage for your home, auto, farm, or business. Visit us at Springer Insurance in Orleans or call 812-865-3133. We love taking care of customers as much as we love our Rams. Go Rams.
Looking for a reliable landline phone service you can trust? With Orange County Fiber, you'll get crystal clear phone service that's perfect for staying connected. Home or business, we've got plans that fit. Bundle with fiber service or home security monitoring and save every month. Count on the local service you already know and trust with Orange County Fiber. Visit us at www.myremc.coop or call 812-865-2229. Simple, dependable service made just for you.
8 remaining on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard in this final opening round game in day 2 of sectional 46 here at Class 2A at Eastern High School. The winner earlier tonight was Eastern over Salem, and now looks like Providence going to join them in that second game on Friday night.
Well, that's a first. I was just offered a free pretzel. Had to decline. 41 years of doing this, and I finally got offered a pretzel. All right, Paoli offensively turns it over. That's 29 against Paoli. Ball loose, and Burkhead still playing hard for Paoli. She ties up Neal at the midcourt stripe, and that'll get it back to Paoli.
Sariana just good heads-up play going after that loose ball. And again, the Rams way too many turnovers tonight. And we talked about that in the pregame. That was going to be a very vital statistic against this high-octane and high-pressure Providence defense, and it has lived up to its billing.
All right. Paoli into front court. Vernon with it. Vernon goes over to Peyton. Peyton back to Vernon. Spike line three, no good. Rebound, Peyton, though, gets it to Burkhead. Burkhead back to Vernon. Oh, loaded up again, Maddie. Over to Burkhead instead. She'll try three, and it's good. All right. Dariana's got her first three. One of the two seniors playing their last for Paoli. 56-31 the score. Paoli down by 25 into front court. There with it is Pendleton. Pendleton gets it over to Finn, who checked in at the last break. Leave it off out front for Pendleton. Got away from her for just a second. Peyton with her defensively. Leave it off for Mendez. Mendez had it taken away. Paoli trying to go the other way. Vernon was tripped, went to the floor hard. No call. Ball goes out of bounds. Who are they going to say it belongs to? Neither of the three officials seems to know.
Looks like it's going to be Providence basketball as Hannah Jones comes in for the first time tonight, along with Breeza Zappian, and the two Rams seniors will take their final call here tonight and get a standing ovation from this good crowd on hand from Paoli. Of course, a lot of emotion with Maddie Vernon and Tariana Burkhead wrapping up their careers here at Paoli.
Yep, Maddie had to fight back through two different ACL tears. And Tariana, she has just battled every time out. All right, Paoli possession of it. Get it into Smith. Smith back out front to Zappian. Right side to Peyton. She'll fire up a three that's good. Addie Peyton with her first points of the night. 56-34 the score. Just 43 seconds left in this one. Providence to the other end. And Mendez, as she got it, she traveled and will turn it right back over to Paoli.
All of a sudden, the Rams come to life here.
Yep.
In this quarter, they have taken a total of 7 3-pointers and made 4 of them. In fact, they've only taken 3-point shots in this fourth quarter of play.
All right, 33 seconds to go in the ball game. Paoli down by 22, but with the basketball. They go right corner to Asbell. Asbell spins to the baseline, passes in the lane to Smith. Smith drives under. Her shot no good, followed by Asbell no good. Ball loose in the lane. Smith tied up by Neal, and that will give it over to Providence on the alternating possession.
Rams not giving up. They're playing to the final second into the horn here tonight.
Down to just 15 seconds to go in the ball game. Schneider in backcourt with it. Zappian bumps her, and the foul is called. No free throws to be taken, though.
That's second on Breeze and only team foul number 3 here in this quarter for Paoli.
12.3 seconds left. Schneider steps out of bounds. She will do the honors. Gets it into Neal. Neal drives it to the baseline. Neal got her shot on the baseline. It spun out. No good. Rebound Smith for Paoli. Smith brings it into front court. 2 seconds to go. Over to Peyton. She put up a three that's no good. Wouldn't have counted anyway, as that's the way this one will come to an end. Paoli on the short end of it tonight, falling to Providence 56-34. We'll take a break, come back, start talking about this one. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Are your retirement savings scattered about several employer-sponsored plans and individual IRAs? Let a Raymond James financial advisor provide you with education on what options you may have. Each may have potential benefits and drawbacks. So we'll consider your specific situation and discuss how best to address your unique needs and goals. Call financial advisors Jamie Sullivan and Jenny Baker at 812-849-2670. Located in Mitchell today and take control of your retirement assets. Raymond James & Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC, life well planned.
Looking for top-notch fuel that keeps your engine running smoothly? Pull into Riley Oil, your trusted supplier of marathon fuels. With convenient locations in Paoli, Orleans, and Hardinsburg, we've got you covered. Enjoy the ease of paying at the pump 24/7 or swing by Paoli where we'll pump the gas for you. Grab a snack and drink and be on your way with Riley Oil, fueling your journey every mile of the way.
Well, we knew coming in that these Lady Pioneers of Providence would be one of the best teams that Paoli had faced all year, and that's definitely the case, as they are able to come away with a 56-34 win over the Lady Rams of Paoli. You look back at this one, we were close for about the first quarter. 3 ties, 1 lead change in that first quarter of play. Paoli got on the board first, leading it 2-0. Providence would tie it at 2. We'd be tied at 3 and again at 4. At that point, Providence scores 4 straight, they take an 8-4 lead. Paoli would battle back with a last-second three by Maddie Vernon at the end of that first quarter and got it to a 2-point ball game at 11-9. Things would stay fairly close the rest of the first half. Providence did gap it out to an 8-point lead at 17-9 starting that second quarter as Paoli went just over 5 minutes without scoring. But after falling behind by 8, Paoli battles back to within 3 at 17-14. As Hannon and Vernon, they were able to convert either free throws or jump shots and kept Paoli close, just a 3-point margin. Providence would go up 19-14 with 3:03 to go in the first half of play. Paoli would respond with a burger basket to make it 19-16 with 1:41 to go in that first half. And then probably the biggest stretch of the night that goes against Paoli, final 42 seconds of that first half of play. Providence, they get a three that goes in. That was off of the hands of Carrillo. That made it 22-16. Carrillo, just 10 seconds later, gets a layup. It's 24-16. And just as the horn sounds, Kemp puts up a three that is good, and it goes from a 3-point margin with just 42 seconds left in the half to an 11-point Providence lead at the half. Second half, it starts about the same way. It was a nice long run for Providence as they were up 27-16. Next thing you know, even after a timeout by Paoli, Providence is up 35-16. A 16-0 run over the final stages of the first half into the third quarter, and Paoli was down 19 at that point in time. Paoli continued to battle, but just turned the ball over too many times as Providence continued to build that lead. It was as much as 25 in that third quarter of play at 46-21. Paoli would get the last point of that third quarter, got within 46-22, but by then, you know it's just about over, just a matter of what the final margin is going to be. Providence had called off the press. Paoli didn't turn it over as much in the fourth quarter, but unable to score enough to keep up as Providence managed to keep it at about that 20-point margin the rest of the way, and they won it 56-34. Taking a look at rebounding and turnovers, Paoli, they held their own on the boards, just got out-rebounded by 3 at 33-30. Turnovers, though, very much one-sided. 30 turnovers against Paoli tonight, just 11 against Providence. Well, this is the Buddy's Food and Fuel post-game show. Buddy's Food and Fuel, North Gospel Street in Paoli. And when the post-game show continues, we'll be taking a look at some of the individual and team stats from tonight's ball game. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Invest where it matters most, in the people and the potential of Orange County. Over the last decade, through the power of giving, the Orange County Community Foundation has helped thousands achieve their dreams, distributing numerous dollars in scholarships and grants from endowed funds. And we're just getting started. Scholarship applications will open soon, giving Orange County students the chance to unlock new opportunities, realize their full potential, and leave their mark on the world. Plus, be on the lookout for details on our unrestricted grants program, empowering local nonprofits to continue their philanthropic work and address the most pressing needs in our community. In 2024 alone, this grant cycle poured over $85,000 into our community, supporting many programs. Looking to make a lasting difference? Start a fund with us today and create a legacy that grows year after year. Call us at 812-723-4150 because your generosity shapes tomorrow. Together, we're building a better community. One scholarship, one grant, one legacy at a time.
Every day, children in our community enter the court systems because of abuse or neglect, and they need someone to speak up for them. That's where CASA comes in. Our volunteers stand beside them, making sure their voices are heard and their best interests come first. It's incredibly important work, and we need more people willing to make a difference. I'm Chrissy Evans, Orange County CASA Director. If you've ever wondered how you could help a child in a meaningful way, I'd love to talk with you. Call 812-723-2411.
The Buddy's Food and Fuel post-game show continues as we start to talk a little more about Paoli's loss in sectional play tonight to Providence, 56-34. And it's easy to look at those turnovers since that decided the game. too many turnovers, but really it was just too much Providence. Providence is a solid ball club, especially on the defensive end. They get after you, don't give you any room whatsoever to even kind of stretch out a little bit, and they created turnover after turnover, got some easy opportunities, and they were able to pull away.
That they did. They put the pressure on, and they create havoc, and they get you in situations, and we mentioned it several times, where you get sped up. You try not to, but it's hard to keep back with this relentless pressure that they just continue to throw at you, not only in the half court, but the full court as well. And Paoli just did not have any answers for that here tonight. Take a look at shooting here for Paoli from 2-point range in the first quarter, 2 out of 3, 1 out of 4 in the second, 1 out of 3 in the third, 0 for 2 in that fourth quarter, 4 out of 12 for the game for 33%. 3-point shooting, one of their better nights, 1 out of 3 in the first quarter, 1 out of 4 in the second, 1 out of 3 in the third, 4 out of 7 in the fourth, 7 out of 17 for the ball game for 41%. Free throws tonight, Paoli first quarter 2 out of 4, 2 out of 2 in the second, 1 out of 4 in the third, and did not shoot a free throw in that fourth quarter, and end up 5 out of 10 for 50% for the ball game. For the Providence Pioneers, they struggled shooting the ball early, but then as the game went on, started to slowly pick up that percentage. In the first quarter from 2-point range, 3 out of 12, then 5 out of 10 in the second, 6 out of 11 in the third, and 5 out of 11 in the fourth quarter. For the game, the Pioneers were 19 out of 44 inside the arc for 43%. They did not shoot the ball well from three-point land tonight. 1 out of 6 in the first quarter, 2 out of 9 in the second, 1 out of 5 in the third, 0 for 3 in the fourth. For the game, just 4 out of 23 for 17%. Free throw shooting, again, Providence did not get to the line very much at all either. 2 out of 2 in the first quarter, did not shoot a free throw in the second, went 3 out of 6 in the third, did not shoot a free throw in the fourth. For the game, 5 out of 8 for 63%. But again, a big number to look at was the fact that the Rams' total field goal attempts tonight, just 29 compared to 67 for the Providence Pioneers. So they put the ball up a lot on the rim. And, of course, a lot of that had to do with their relentless pressure and the turnovers that they created to give them that many more opportunities here in their win tonight as they defeat Paoli by a score of 56-34. We'll have more of the Buddy's Food and Fuel postgame show. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Cave Quarries Incorporated and Calcar Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot and mix asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their 2 locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Calcar Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Calcar Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home, protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
We continue with the Buddy's Food and Fuel post-game show here at Eastern High School in the last game of the opening round of this Class 2A Sectional 46 at Eastern High School. And it was Providence winning and advancing 56-34. Providence now 12-8 going into the semifinal round. Rams wrap up their season 7-17. For Paoli, one player in double figures, the senior Maddie Vernon with 12 points on 4 3-pointers, and believe it or not, got one in each quarter here tonight for her dozen points. Then 9 for Kaylin Hannon for Paoli, 3 for Terriana Burkhead, who hit a 3 in the fourth quarter, and Addie Payton chipped in with a 3 in the fourth quarter as well. Then 2 points for Breeza Zapping. In fact, I think she scored the first 2 points of the game for Paoli, did not score after that. 2 for Jada Smith, 2 for Gracie Berger. Sunday Asbell and Hannah Jones saw action but did not score for the Rams. For Providence in their win tonight, 3 players in double figures, led by Jada Kemp with 19. Then 15 for Jimena Carrillo. The freshman had a real nice game with 15 points. Then 11 for Cam Pierce. Of those 11, 9 coming in the third quarter of play here in the Providence win. Then it goes down to 4 for Libby Theobald, 2 for Jamila Carrillo, 2 for Kaya Kaler, and then 2 off the bench for Riley Neal. Hayden Dugarsing saw action, as did McKenna Penley, Emily Mendez, Bailey Schneider as well, but they did not score. It was an 11-9 ball game at the end of one, with Providence leading. And then, as Bert mentioned when he went through the rundown of the game, that last minute 40 in that second quarter allowed Providence to break the game open. It was 19-16 at that point, and then that big 8-0 run to close it out for the Pioneers, give them the lead at 27-16. Then they kept rolling right out of that halftime break, built that lead up, outscoring Paoli 19-6 in the third to lead at 46-22 at the end of 3. And then your final here tonight, it was Providence winning by a score of 56-34. So that sets up the semifinal round for Class 2A Sectional 46 here at Eastern High School. And those games coming your way on Friday night. Game 1, it'll be Clarksville at 7-15, taking on Crawford County at 16-7. And then in Game 2, Eastern, they are now 15-7. They will take on the 12-8 Providence Pioneers. Eastern opened up this game tonight, or should say this 2-game set tonight, with a 53-32 victory over the Salem Lions to punch their ticket to the semifinal round on Friday night. Paoli comes up short here tonight in this opening round of sectional play. And again, we'll talk with Coach Key when he comes out about the 2 seniors here playing in their final game, Terriana Burkhead and Maddie Vernon, as they closed out. Maddie leading the way with 12 points in the Rams loss. And Terriana, of course, just playing hard from beginning to end. Ended up getting a big 3-pointer to send her out on a high note in that fourth quarter of play. But just too much pressure, speed, and quickness from this Providence Pioneer team, as we mentioned, now 12-8, but still rated number 12. As they came in, they had the third toughest schedule in Class 2A in the state of Indiana. That kind of tells you the type of competition that they have been going up against and getting them prepared, and that's what you do throughout the regular season. You play those games anywhere from 19 to 22 or 23, ever how many you get, to get you ready here for postseason play. And the Pioneers able to win and advance here tonight over the Rams. Once again, your final tonight was 56-34 in favor of Providence over Paoli. Head coach Aaron Key, gracious enough to join us here tonight after this game in sectional play, as his team falls by that margin of 56-34. And Coach, we go back to what you said in the pregame. We got to take care of the ball and rebound, and unfortunately those 2 things did not happen tonight.
No, and, that's easier said than done.
True.
But we knew we had to if we did want to stick around and have a chance in. But that's a really good team. They just put so much pressure on you, whether it's in the full court or half court. They're always active. They're never standing. It seemed like every time we would have an open shot, they had recovered and had a hand. Played really hard. And then, like you said, defensively, I thought we gave up. Our defense wasn't bad. Took some tough shots, long shots, but then we just couldn't close out the possession with a rebound, and they really hurt us on the boards tonight, along with our turnovers.
Yes.
Those 2 things didn't help at all, but we knew that. We just didn't do a very good job of handling it, but at the same time, they did a really good job of what they're good at. So it's not that we just did that bad of a job. They're just really good at it. And we didn't adjust and handle that pressure very well. So, thought we played a good first half, really. Had a couple of turnovers, and, 1 turnover can't lead to 3 turnovers or 4 turnovers. You can kind of withstand 1 turnover and stay in it, but, it was 16-19 right there with,
minute 41 to go.
A minute and a half there. and then we turned it over 3 times for 3 layups. Now we're down, and then she hits a volleyball 3 to end the half, which is just a tough shot. Now we're down 9. So, and then second half we just didn't come out ready to play, and they raised their intensity even more. But a good first half, did some good things the fourth quarter as well. Rebounded a little bit better, got some shots, hit some threes. But the end of that second quarter and the start of the third was kind of the tail of the game.
Coach, it's one of these games with all these young players that you hope, you didn't do well tonight, but it is a learning experience that will help you down the road.
Yeah, and, I told the kids, first off, shout out to our seniors. Mm-hmm. Maddie, again, 2 ACLs. One ACL is hard enough to come back from, but 2 in a row, came back, did a lot of really good things for us. Shot the ball well, handled it well, played good defense. But then again, in practice, I felt like she was part of the last 3.5 weeks of why we grew a little bit, because she really started doing the little things like talking and leading by example. And then P, she waited her 3 years, came out, finished her 4th year up, got her chance, and, I thought she made the most of it and did a really nice job for us. So just shout out to both of them, sticking it out. I was glad they were both able to be a part of my first year and also be a part of just the Paoli program. But then going back to what you said, we're young, and, you don't want to talk about that right away, but, we're bringing quite a bit back. And now we're going to have quite a few kids that'll have played 2 years of varsity and got a full year under their belt. And, I would have loved for a bunch of our freshmen and sophomores to play a JV schedule.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Which, honestly, they could have improved. They wouldn't have had the pressure on them. They could have adjusted. We could have continued to develop. But at the same time, they had to play. And we threw them in, and I thought they did a really good job throughout the season of still getting better and developing and improving their game against really good competition all season. Even if they weren't ready, they had to get ready. And I thought we made some really good leaps and bounds. And, we just have to build on that moving forward.
I was going to say, you always kind of gauge when you come to this point of the season when it's all said and the final done. Kind of look back and in perspective, Coach, were we better today than we were at the start of the season? And I think that is a resounding yes, we were.
Yeah, and, talking to the girls after the game, compared to our first practice, our first game in the summer, much better. And I thought we improved every single game, throughout the entire season. And, there's no doubt that we got better. And that was because the girls stuck with it, continued to get better and put in the time, put in the work. And, again, we played good competition, and
right.
That's going to make you better. So, again, a lot of these teams we played this season was senior-led, had a lot of experience and a lot of veteran leadership. And, again, that's what we're looking for these next 2-3 years. And then hopefully we can get in a rotation where, you have that consistently. And I think that's when you can start building the program and getting it where you want it to be.
Well, you got some good young players, I think, coming through the pipeline as well.
We do, and, not only are we bringing a bunch back, but like you said, when they announced them last weekend, our 8th grade through 5th grade did a really good job all season. They're very competitive, but at the same time, just because you win when you're young
right.
doesn't always translate, and that's what we got to make sure. We've got to keep pushing them, letting them put in the work, and just staying hungry to get better so they can continue to win throughout their careers.
Well, your first year, and it was a learning experience for you as well, wasn't it, Eric?
Yeah, it was, and, I'll say this about the girls. Everybody, they say, well, how do you like it? How do you like it? The switch over, I feel like that was every pregame question all season. And, I'll tell you this, the girls really worked hard. They listened to you. They tried to do everything you asked of them to the best of their ability. And, sometimes that's all you can ask for. And, we played buzzer to buzzer the whole season. Same difference. I don't want to sit back and let the clock run out.
Right.
And they pressured the last 12 seconds, and we had one of their fans come and say, hey, way to stick it out to the end and play it all the way through to the buzzer. So that was just something that we consistently got told all season of how hard our girls played, and, even to the end. They always stuck it out. They didn't just let the time run out. They went ahead and played it out to the end of the buzzer. So that was one thing that we heard a lot of this season. And, at the end of the day, we still lost, but it's something to build on because that can take you to where you want to get to, along with the other things. So, but the girls did an excellent job. I've really enjoyed myself this season, and just continue looking forward to getting better and building this thing with these groups coming up.
Just say that's where we make our progress over the summer.
It is, and that's what I felt like. Even though we were getting better, we were still making some of the same mistakes. And then this last month, it seemed like we finally kind of flipped the switch and started doing the little things much better. And we can't go backwards now.
Right.
Now that you know that's how you're supposed to practice, now that you know that's how you're supposed to move the ball and approach the game, we have to do that again starting this spring workouts and into the summer, and continue to build on that. So we don't want to wait a whole season to start doing those little things right. So that's something we can continue to build on, and I think those young girls recognize that and realize the difference between how we did some things the first part of the season compared to how we ended the season doing things, and I think they realized how important it is. So I'm looking forward to them coming back and picking right up where we left off and continuing to get better.
Coach, thanks for joining us not only tonight but throughout the entire season. Appreciate your time very much. Just want to say this girls' program is in good hands under your leadership.
Hey, well, thanks for covering us, and I know everybody at home appreciates you guys as well.
Thanks, Aaron. It'll be here before we know it. Come November next year, ready to tip it off.
It will. It will seem like we were just walking into the gym in the summertime, so it goes by fast.
Head coach Aaron Key of the Paoli Rams. Again, the season comes to a close here tonight in sectional play, falling to Providence. Again, your final, Providence 56, Paoli 34. We'll be back to wrap up the Buddy's Food and Fuel post-game show. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Need a quick bite or cold drink or fuel for the road? Head to Betty's Food and Fuel, right across from Walmart at 656 North Gospel Street in Paoli. We're locally owned and operated and open Monday through Saturdays from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sundays from 6 to 10 p.m. Enjoy competitive gas, daily food specials, a hot deli, fresh wraps, salads, and cold sandwiches. Need an ATM or lottery ticket? We have both. Find us on Facebook at Betty's Food and Fuel. For questions, call 812-203-0227. Betty's Food and Fuel, the one-stop shop.
Final time this season for the Lady Rams, ready to wrap up the Buddy's Food and Fuel post-game show. Buddy's Food and Fuel located on North Gospel Street in Paoli. Reminder for all the Paoli students that you are on a 2-hour delay tomorrow, so remember that when you get up ready to go to school tomorrow. And again, our next broadcast will be tomorrow night. We'll be with the boys. Head coach Dusty Cole's team heads over to Shoals, a chance to set a school record of going 16-0. And again, this reminder as well, JV at 6, but there's only going to be 2 quarters of JV tomorrow night for this matchup with Shoals. So that means that it'll be about 6:30. We'll be ready to roll with our pregame show from Shoals High School for the varsity. Tip-off will be around probably about 6:45, 6:50. So, again, don't be late arriving tomorrow night. You might miss part of the start of the ball game over at Shoals. But what a joy it's been here this season for us to follow. Yeah, we didn't get all the wins we wanted. That's okay. But this group of girls, and every time I talk with an opposing coach, they always said and commented how hard this team plays. And that is something that is instilled in these girls that will take them a long way in the future when it comes to playing basketball. And everybody asked me at the beginning of the season, how did you describe this team, what we got this year? And I said, well, the best way I see it is you push these girls, they're going to push you right back.
Yeah.
And that's just how tough they work.
Well, they won't just push you back. They'll knock you down. But then they'll smile when they help you back up. I mean, it's just a great group of girls. And, that's half the fun of doing these games is you get to know them a little bit over the years, and you hate to see them go when they're seniors, but you see how much they change over the years. So just 2 that they're losing this year, and to a certain extent I feel sorry for some of the teams that Paoli will play next year because they're going to be a lot better. They were so much better tonight than they were at the first of the season. There was so much improvement that they showed along the way, especially the last 4 or 5
right,
games.
Last 2 or 3 weeks that we saw.
They really started to get it. After not having much of a summer with the new coaches and whatnot. And Aaron, he's going to be really good. Just stick with him, and and he'll get the girls where they need to be when they need to be there, and they will play. Aaron's the type. He'll get them to where they want to run through this concrete wall for him. They want to play that hard.
Unfortunately for the Rams, season comes to a close here in their opening game of sectional play, falling to Providence 56-34. And again, Rams end up the season 7-17. And again, I want to thank the parents of these young ladies for all of their sacrifices that they make, and of course to our two seniors, Terriana Burkhead and Maddie Vernon. We know they're going to be doing great things once they graduate from high school here in the spring. But again, we appreciate and really have enjoyed watching them grow and play not only basketball but other sports as well.
Yeah, and for me, it's more fun calling the girls' games because first off, they're more personable than the boys. But you just get used to them. They play so hard. They give it everything they've got, and it's just enjoyable watching them.
Even though the Rams season comes to a close here tonight, we'll have more girls postseason basketball coming your way here on Mix 95.3 on Friday night. Bert and I will be headed over to the Cougar Den at North Davies High School as we'll pick up following the Orleans Lady Bulldogs had a big win last night over Shoals to advance to the semifinal round. They'll be playing in that 6 o'clock game on Friday night, taking on the Bar Reeve Vikings. So they've had a great season, Coach Jared Gilbert and his girls, so we look forward to following them. Hopefully they have a successful run through the rest of their couple of games in sectional play over at North Davies. Again, want to thank all of our great sponsors for allowing us to bring you high school basketball, not only tonight, but throughout the entire season. A big thank you as well to our engineer-producer back at the studio tonight. That's been Melissa Wall. And most of all, thanks to you for listening. For Bert Pedigo, I'm Dave Dedrick. Again, your final tonight in the second game here in this Class 2A Sectional 46 at Eastern High School. It was Providence winning and advancing over Paoli. Your final 56-34. Good night, everybody.
This coverage of high school sports on Mix 95.3 WUME has been made possible by our incredible community sponsors: Bender Lumber, Buddy's Food and Fuel, Cave and Cal Car Quarries, Gilman Scott Funeral Home, Hoosier Hills Credit Union, Hoosier Hardware, In Focus Eye Care, Jeremy Payton Edward Jones, KFC of Paoli, Orange County REMC and Orange County Fiber, Orange County CASA, Paoli Health and Living Community, Springs Valley Bank and Trust, Summers Singles Guttering, Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, Springer Insurance, Team OC Youth Mentoring, Whitfield Investments, and the Orange County Community Foundation. Thanks for supporting local athletes, local schools, and local